and the proud new sister-in-law of our beautiful bride, Katie. I'll start by congratulating the new Mr. and Mrs. Jacqueline, and how happy I am with Katie taking my spot as the new Jacqueline daughter. Thank you everyone for being here tonight to help celebrate Travis and Katie time the night, and thank you to Travis and Katie for having me a part of your big day. Okay, I can only vouch for Katie for the last 5 years we've known her, but the last 5 years we've had some great times. You're not crying, are you? And she has slotted in with the family like she's always belonged. I've never seen my brother so happy, and would like to thank Katie for coming into our lives.
Stop it.
Mostly, thank you, Travis. Bring me, Katie. Thank you for bringing my now very close sister and a best friend. Okay, as embarrassing it may be for some, but I know Katie's going to love what I'm about to say. I remember the day that Travis and Katie met. Travis calls me from the Gold Coast. Alana, what are you doing? Eating noodles and cheese? What are you doing? Just been for a jet ski. I've met a girl. She's just like Katy Perry. What? Really? Who is she? Her name's Katie. Okay, awesome. That's cool. She would have to be by far the best I've ever had. She treated me like a porn star. He kept raving about her, and I was so excited that he found a good one. I was excited to meet her. From there they had a Skype relationship, and soon enough my big bro was whisked into the big city of Sydney and is now a converted city boy when he wants to be. Katie, you're very special to me. You've been there for all of my big events. You were with me when we looked at engagement rings, you were beside me when we bought my wedding dress, and you're an amazing godmother to our son Parker. You've flown to Gladstone many times to be with me for our engagement, hen parties, weddings, birthdays, etc, etc.
Wouldn't miss it.
I couldn't have done any of these without you there. If you could have been there, I reckon you would have been there with me in labour. But after taking you to the hospital one time to get something dug out of your toe, I'm not going to be there for your labour, I'm sorry. Good luck with that, Trav. I'm so happy for you both, and I look forward to spending the rest of our lives with you guys and your future children. Please raise your glasses while I toast my brother and my new sister-in-law.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rachel Turner.
On behalf of Tori and myself, to the happy couple. So I thought that's okay. So I thought I'd just start from the beginning. I wasn't privileged enough to see Travis growing up, but Katie was definitely mischievous enough for me. When Dad told me that I would potentially have 2 sisters coming to my life, I was very excited. So Dad and I went off to see Sandy, Victoria and Katie at the Auckland airport. Come see them off the plane to come join us on our first trip to the Hawke's Bay. And off these 3 girls came off the plane, and it looked like the Gold Coast had vomited all over them. They were wearing tight orange and blue snakeskin pants and pristine white clothing. But anyway, that trip went very well. As soon thereafter, Katie, Sandy and Tori were living with us in Queenstown, and Katie had actually skillfully timed a broken leg so that she could definitely stand out in the crowd in the new school. Perfect timing for that one. But a few years later, Katie and I were living on the Gold Coast, and we were partying and studying. We were studying. So Katie's definitely taught me well on that one. But once we rid of the ex-boyfriends, who she actually decided to ditch me with for 2 months. Once they had broken up, so I had to live with him. It was great, thanks for that, loved it. It was excellent. She thought she'd try herself out on the dating scene for a tiny bit. She went on a blind date for the first time and took a lot of shots beforehand. That was fun too. But that didn't work out. It was good because a few months later she met Travis and it all brought us here to today. So it was great. But it's been quite a whirlwind getting here. There's been numerous sittings of Say Yes to the Dress, Bridezillas, Don't Tell the Brides. There's been daily updates on wedding arrangements. The constant, have you got your dress altered yet, Rachel? Yes, thank you, I got it altered. Yeah, it's all altered. The wedding countdown of 132 days to the wedding, 68 days to the wedding, 56 days to the wedding, 46 days to the wedding, 32 days to the wedding, 21 days to the wedding. They're really not really significant dates, just whatever she wanted to, in case we'd forgotten, she just wanted to tell us that the wedding was happening this many days. It was definitely happening. It was happening. But we weren't the first to come up with Bridezilla for Katie. When she first got engaged to Travis, she actually sent around a dinosaur in a wedding dress with Bridezilla written on it, but we didn't actually think that we had to take it so literally. Yeah, she did warn us. But anyway, now we find ourselves here and you guys look so happy. I'm so privileged to be here with you celebrating this day. And I can't wait to see what the future brings. So on behalf of myself and Tori, we would like to say farewell to Bridezilla Karoo, and we'd like to welcome in Mr. and Mrs. Jacqueline.
How good was that? I need your other one.
Rachel, fantastic. Now folks, it's all about family. I spoke about it earlier, that opportunity to meet with the Jacklins the other night, to understand the warmth and the feeling, the respect they have for one another, and I've been a little unfair to my brother this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I have to be frank, I have to give him the opportunity to redress what I've just done to him, because he's a good guy. I'd like you to meet the guy with worms. Ladies and gentlemen, Betty Crew, I don't know where this will go, but if it gets me out of the squirrel group.
I can honestly assure you all that that poor man that I felt was David 400 metres off Byron Bay wasn't David. David, because I had a swim with him a couple of days later, I thought, I wonder if the trick will work a second time. He didn't flex a muscle. He just leaned into the grip ever so nicely. And we don't have worms. Seriously, he's the one who drags his ass along the beach when he's going out for a surf. Come on, come out for a surf. Oh, no.
This is the one that's had too much.
Sorry, I shouldn't be up here speaking. I'm not part of anything, but I love the pair of you, and I just had to say thanks from all the Melbourne crews and all the crews around the world. We're so proud of you. And you surf really well.
Beautiful. Folks, we're up to the groom, or so you thought. Apparently, the Bucks weekend went by with not a lot said about the groom, which would be pretty unfortunate, right? I think there's a lot to talk about Travis's past, and we don't all know it, so I'd really like to hear about it. Matt, are you with us? Matt Ackerman is going to talk a little bit about what young Travis got up to when he was a youngster, and a bit more.
Any single ladies?
Precisely. Before I start, I'd just like to check, is anyone here from New Zealand?
Dave!
Put your hands up. New Zealand people?
Dave!
I'll talk slower, eh? No, the reason I wanted to get up here and have a chat because 2 weeks ago we had Travis Buck's party, and quite a lot of people got up and they gave these really beautiful speeches, and everyone said how wonderful he was, and we love Travis. And I thought he'd actually might get married that weekend, some of the bro love that was getting out there. So I've basically come up here to just hang shit on him. But before I do that, there's a few actual serious things that I'd like to cover. So I just wanted to say from the Jacqueline side of the family, Poppy and Grandma can't be here. So obviously they're sending all their love, and Pa Dad as well. And for those of you who don't know, the ring that Travis is wearing today is his wedding ring, is actually his grandfather's. So that was that his wedding ring, Trav?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's a really beautiful thing. Dags, you having a good night?
Yeah, mate.
Yep. Mrs. Libby, you having a good night?
Oh, I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Beautiful. Scott Rowley, you having a good night?
Yeah, party time!
Belinda and Jacqueline, you having a good night? Anyone else that's really loud and obnoxious that wants to yell out? So I'll try not to talk too long. I have been to quite a lot of weddings in my time, and when I go to them, you see the way that couples interact. And when we had our little rehearsal the other day, Katie, the way that you reacted when Travi gave Katie a little kiss and a hug, and for those of you that don't know, Katie just lost it. She was just overcome by emotion and started crying, and it was actually a really beautiful thing. And for someone who's seen a lot of weddings and seen a lot of couples, that's actually quite rare. So I thought it was really nice that you did that, and a really good sign of a strong relationship. We spent last night with Travi, the boys and I, very relaxed, and again I think that's a pretty good sign that he's just like, yep, this is pretty much the right thing to do, no worries here. And even during today, he was all good. He was a little bit nervous because I think he was just excited. And we all know how smitten Katie is with Travis, and who can blame him with those great Jacqueline jeans.
Oh, that's bloody good, there.
Look at him. He's a hunk of a man. So like I said, I'm up here to just hang a bit of shit on Travis because there was too much love for him at the Bucks party. So I'm basically just going to list things that I don't like about him. His teeth are crooked. He's getting braces, so you can't blame him for that. He's always had a really nice tan. I've always been a little bit jealous, so most of this will be just jealousy and spitefulness coming from me. He can surf, which is really cool, so I'm jealous of that as well. He has no hair on his chest, so I don't trust him. So hair on your chest. He's scared of his own shadow, so anyone that knows Travis, especially back when we were a bit younger, he left me for dead at Fraser Island once when a lizard just whilst past, he took off, and he was gone. Too bad if it was a snake. I was right behind him a little bit, but he still left me. He exaggerates way too much. So this afternoon, there was probably about 5 people, but when Travis was telling the story, there was a whole party. There was probably 30, was it 30 people? 45, yeah. He made me wear jocks today instead of boxer shorts, which I wasn't happy with. He supports the Broncos. He's making us drink 4X Summers. He forgot the Top Gun DVD this weekend. Rookie mistake. We were going to watch Top Gun last night. Pulled it open. He didn't actually pack the right DVD. He got the Lego boat, the fire boat. Remember this, Travi? Back at Christmas years ago, when it was the only one that I needed to complete the set. Not that I hold a grudge. He woke me up on the second night of the Bucks party at about 2:30 AM. I was about to go to sleep, really keen to get a good night's sleep. He pops it up and he says, "We're all playing poker." I said, "Mate, just leave me alone. I just want to go to sleep." "No, we're all playing poker." So I've gone up. We're all had turned into Uncle Paul, Flicker, and Alex and Travi and I, worst game of poker I've ever played. Everyone else had had so much that they were just going all in every time. They weren't even looking at their cards. So thanks for that, Travi. This is from Melly. He put sand in Melly's bed on Fraser Island years ago. And probably everybody else. His nephew doesn't like it, but I'm working on it. He has Fox still in HD, and I only have standard definition. So I've heard a bit of a grudge about that. And I don't have a problem with him driving a G. I just have a problem with him not letting me drive it today. He would not let me touch it. So that's all from me, guys. So enjoy your night. And I don't want to hog the limelight too much, but in all honesty, I'm very close with Travis. We've spent a lot of time, and neither of us have brothers, so I've always sort of seen Travis as a bit of a brother as well. And he's. And this is probably the thing I hate about him most. He's just too likeable. He's a good bloke. Everyone loves him. So, Katie, welcome to the family.
Thank you.
We are now cousins. But I'd like to, just from a cousin point of view, I'd just like to raise a glass to Katie as well, but also to Travis, he's a pretty good bloke. So, cheers.